Hi Glamettes, I'm back. It's Wendy again. I wanted to give you guys a little tutorial on how to do or apply your false lashes. I know I did a little video talking about the do's and don'ts about how to apply the false lashes. So again, kind of keep those things in mind. If you haven't seen that video yet, some of the things that I went over was just don't curl your lashes, your natural lashes, prior to applying the false lashes because your lashes will get in the way. You can always, once the glue has dried, you can always take your eyelash curler and curl your actual lashes carefully with the false lashes so that they can blend well together, and you can apply mascara to give them a more fluid look as well, more natural look. Another thing that you want to do is that you want to grab some lashes that have dimension to them. You don't want to grab the ones that go straight across because then they kind of look more like a visor over your eye. They don't look very natural. They're just not very appealing to the eye, and I just think it makes your makeup look kind of cheap or tacky. Yeah, I use the word tacky a lot. So that's one thing to keep in mind. These are actually very bold. These are one of my favorite lashes to use. Like when I go out, I would not use these during the day on a normal day. But of course, you know, you can get the ones that are a little bit more sparse in the hairs if you're trying something new out, if this is your first time using the false lashes. Another thing that I always recommend is for you to get kind of like the line that isn't so dark, if you are going to be using them during the day. And if you don't find any like that, I always recommend that you do a liner after your lashes just so that it gives it a more natural look and people aren't kind of looking at your eye like, what is that on her eyelid? Because you don't want them to be thinking that while you're having a conversation with them. So some of the tools that you're going to need, of course, the lashes. This is the lash glue that I use. It is waterproof. It's lash grip. It is a little bit of a tacky kind of glue. So the advantage to using this one is that you let it dry a little bit, so it will actually help you when you're placing your lashes on. It becomes a little bit tacky, so it does stick to your eye, but it doesn't dry immediately, so that way you can move and kind of manipulate the lashes however you need to move them. I use tweezers, just any tweezer. You don't have to get anything fancy. I found these at the dollar store, so I picked them up. I like them just because they are a little bit of a wider tip, but it really doesn't matter, just something that you're comfortable with using. They do sell the kits in the grocery stores or the pharmacy or wherever you go to buy some of your stuff. The problem with the applicator with that kit is that it's kind of shaped in just one way. Not everyone's eyes are shaped the same. So I don't think it's as helpful. It is a little bit helpful to kind of practice, but I found that it was easier for me to use the tweezers just so that it's easier for me to manipulate the lashes onto my eye. Another thing that you want to keep in mind, not everyone's eyes are the same, not only the same size, or excuse me, not only the same shape, but not the same size. So don't be afraid to take these off and measure them on your eye. I have really big eyes, so I very rarely ever have to trim any of the lashes. But you should always measure them because then it's going to help you not only have the more natural look, but then it's also going to aid in when you actually put the lashes on, they're going to be the correct size so that you're not making so many mistakes with it. The way that you remove these from there, they are a little bit tacky. I'll just pull them gently down. You don't want to pull them off like a Band-Aid. Just pull them gently down like that and they'll come right off. Perfect. See, the glue's a little bit tacky. And then you just carefully pull them right off. And then just measure them. Like literally measure them. See, these are gonna fit my eye perfect because I have such big set eyes. The advantage to wearing the lashes is it's going to give you not only a more glamorous look, but it's going to give your eyes a more complete look. So oftentimes I see that these girls have this beautiful makeup on, but then they don't do their lashes. Either they don't put mascara on them or they just don't curl them or anything. And then all that beautiful blended eyeshadow just kind of gets lost in it. So it really just gives you an all complete look and a much more glamorous look. Like I said, you can use any version. I just wouldn't use the really thick ones on my every day unless you work like for MAC or something, which, you know, they kind of do that, and the MAC lashes are phenomenal, but they're a little too expensive for me. So you can just buy them at any drugstore. And they are reusable. So you can buy one pair and really just use them a couple of different times. You just have to clean off the glue on them. So just take your nail and just gently pull some of the glue residue off of them when you have some. These I've used, I think, twice or 3 times. The ones that I just showed you, those are brand new, but I didn't want to use them yet because I have some clients coming up and I want to save those for her because it's a special occasion. So just clean the glue right off of them. You take your glue, and a little bit will go a long way. I do tend to put a little bit more on the edges than I do anywhere else, just because they're kind of like your fascinator. But whatever you feel is gonna work for you. So I give the glue a couple of seconds to dry. Like I said, it's almost gonna be more tacky, so it's gonna be kind of like a magnet for your application for it. So there's that. Make sure you kind of do it even too. If you do want to do more on the edges for security reasons, you can do that. I always take my glue with me though. So you just put that little bit on the edge. Let it dry a little bit. Sorry about that. It's unfortunate. Dumb pimples. You don't even have to close your eye. Just make sure you're behind your lashes. So you just drop them in place in the middle and see how it's staying there. Then you just manipulate them and put them at the very edge where you want them. This is why I think that the tweezers are so much easier to use. The glue will dry clear. They do sell a darker glue that I usually use. That's great because then it blends into my eyeliner. I usually do my lashes with the eyeliner anyway. But if you prefer not to do that, then use the clear. But you will see them if you don't line them. A lot of makeup artists will tell you that you won't, but you will. So then at this point, you would let the glue dry, and then you would take your lash curler and just curl them with your natural lash, and then you could apply the mascara. See the difference in how it looks? This just looks a lot more complete. But this is kind of my everyday. Like I said, I wouldn't use the thick lashes as my everyday thing. Dang, my hair's a mess. And a good reason why you don't close your eye either is when you do it is because that way you can kind of see what you're doing, but that way the glue doesn't stick to your bottom lashes and then you're like stuck. It will come off. The best way for you to clean off the glue is to take a Q-tip and put a little bit of baby oil on it, and then you just clean it up when you're done with them. When you come off, a lot of the times the glue will just come off. It is a sticky glue, like when I was using or taking them off of the little plastic. That's how they'll kind of come off of your eye. But this is a good way for you guys to see the difference. The eyeliner is the same. It's just obviously this gives it a little bit more oomph and a little bit more glamour. I don't do my eyeshadow I do my eyeshadow before I put my lashes on, because your shadow will settle on top of the lashes and then it just looks dirty and it just doesn't look good. So always keep that in mind too when you're doing your lashes. But that's pretty much it. You see how right there the glue still has a little bit to dry? Then at that point you can use your bent liner brush that I have, that I love, that I also did a little tutorial on. And then you would take your gel liner and just color in that line and complete the look. If you wanted to do more black shadow, then you could do the more black shadow because you won't see it settle over the lashes. But anything that's lighter than black, I don't recommend you putting it on after, just because, like I said, it's going to settle on the lash and not look very good. So that's it. Before, after, before, after. So I'm hoping that on our website we're going to start carrying lashes as well. I've contacted a couple of vendors to see if they could send us some samples so I could try out the ones that they sell, so I can get you guys a really, really good quality lashes for not an expensive price. So once that happens, of course, we'll update you guys. But if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to contact us on our Contact Us page at www.glamwhores.com. That's www.glamwhores.com, and feel free to send us an email if you guys already have a brand of lashes that you absolutely love. Let us know who they are and we'll contact them and see if we could become distributors for them, and we can all work together. It's a win-win. I hope this tutorial helped you guys out a little bit. Still has some glue to dry. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know. When you do take off your lashes, don't pull them like this. Just peel them off and peel them back so that you don't damage your own lash or pull out your own hairs, because that's painful and it takes forever for that eyelash to kind of grow back. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little tutorial. To my friend Jessica that asked me to do this one, I love you. I miss you. Thanks again, guys. Bye.